This is Caroline. I'm a Flothemes partner from France, and today's tutorial is going to be about blogging and how to build a great blog post using Flothemes. So we're going to cover 3 different ways. The first one will be by using suggested layouts that come with your own Flex theme. The second way that we're going to look at is by using the plugin between Flothemes and FloPicTime, and we're going to see how to make the link for those of you using FloPicTime for your client galleries and how to extract galleries and insert them into blog posts. And last version will be about FlexBlocks and how to build your own blog post using only FlexBlocks. Okay, let's get started. Hi guys, so we are gonna write together a blog post, and we are gonna start by covering a few basics that you need to keep in mind when blogging. So I've gone to the post section and I just clicked on add a new post. I'm using Mono, and now I want to use a custom layout for this post. And as you will see, Flothemes has already covered a few basics for us, and I want to take a quick moment to cover all of this with you as a must think about when you're blogging. So first of all the content is going to go here in your WordPress content, unless we are using FlexBlocks, but this will be, the latest option when we look together. The very important thing to add, so you can either use the pre-designed layout by Flothemes, or you can design one yourself if you're a FlexBlock addict, but you need to give people the opportunity to share your blog post. So you need to link this to your social media, and you need to make sure that people can share it on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook. But if you can add the option also to be sent via email, it's great. There is also this related item block, which I love a lot. But sometimes I also like to design it myself using a FlexBlock, simply because I want to be the master of what I want the links to be related to. So related items is based on the categories that you are filling here. So then it's some kind of algorithm that works here. But you could also decide, to create yourself a block and to say, okay, for this blog post, I really want my client to either click on one of those 3 links and nothing else. So you don't rely on this here. You can have the option to comment if you would like to. If you're very active on your blog. If you're not and you don't want to be bothered, then just don't select this, because you don't want people commenting and you don't want to leave them without an answer from you, so that wouldn't be very nice. So as I said, all you need to think about is where you put your content, your title, give people the opportunity to share, and you need to think about navigation within your own website. Okay, so we are going to look at the WordPress way to create a blog post. And so I've started here a little bit, and I just want to, I'm not going to start a debate on what's the best way to blog, but I will tell you what I do say people that I'm coaching. I always strongly advise to have a very good association of images and caption, so that your words illustrate your images and your images illustrate your words. It would make the experience of somebody reading you and trying to understand what your photography is about, then it makes your vision very clear, and it makes people want to reach out to you and say, oh, hi, I like what you're doing. It's very clear to me and I want to know more about it. So here, when you want to add a block, you just click on a little plus sign, and this is my tricks. So if I want to add text, I would come here to formatting, and I will always use this classic block. The reason why I choose this is because here it's very much easier to choose the font that I want to. And I'm thinking also about my titles for my SEO. And then it's easier if I want to align. And also if I want to have some colored text, I can just come here. And I can also insert media by coming here. So I could, just come here and click on images. So this is a tutorial for blog posts with Flothemes. And okay, now I want to add another block and I want to insert images. So for images, there are different ways to do this. You could decide to insert one single image, which would be here, or you could decide to insert a gallery, which would be a selection of different photographs. And then you can come here and say, okay, I want this here, and maybe this. Okay, have my 4 images. I'm happy with that. And yeah, and this is very strong. You don't have to be, doing stuff on Photoshop and stuff. It's very easy to use. And I like also to have a little bit of a breathing space. So quote is really nice, and it has this little thing. So this is a tutorial for Flothemes. Yeah, and then I will go on building the story of the photo session, but I'm not just showing some photographs. I'm selling a story, and I want people to hire me for this story, not only for the images. So now we're gonna have a different try to do this exercise with using the plugin from FloPicTime. Hi guys, so we are back on my own website because I'm Flothemes/PicTime user. And so I was very thrilled when those two got together and created this plugin for us. So you need to download and install the plugin, and then you come here into FloPicTime settings, and you link your PicTime account here. And you need to also sync the data once you have, linked those two together. And then in order to manage projects here, then you move on to FloPicTime galleries here. And then you come here, add a new FloPicTime gallery. And so we're gonna stick with the same family as we were for the WordPress blog post. So this is Caroline and her family. So we share the same name, and we share also the same passion because she's also a photographer. She's based in Belgium, and we got together last year to do a photo session on the beach whilst they were on holidays in the south of France. So my blog post is all about this. So I have selected here, so plus, and then I'm moving on here to publish, and it's saving. And I can see that it's been saved successfully. So we're going to see together what it looks like now. To now use this FloPicTime ID code. So basically you come into a new blog post, you write here your title, and then I wrote here in my little text block. I copied here the ID. And so if you press here onto visualizing, this is what happens. Apologies for the delay. It's like a weird storm here in France, and my network is a bit not quite happy. So there we are. we actually are here with all of the photos selected from our gallery. And we have the share story, the related posts, and then, yeah, bottom of my page. So I haven't added any text, which I would here. I would probably not have the whole selection. I would probably do it into 2 little chunks or 3 little chunks of images to have text and images and text and images. But this is how PicTime made my life very easy, and how easy it is to blog with Flothemes too. Okay, we are now gonna wrap it up with a quick look on how to use FlexBlock, but I think I will dedicate a whole other tutorial to it. Just a little quick cover now. Hey guys, so this is the last and third option which I wanted to talk about when blogging with Flothemes. So here in the templates that are suggested with Mono is post A and or B. So I would just apply any template. As I said before, what matters is, your item, title, your content, to give an option to share. But what I wanted to talk about is that for those of you who have this fiber for designing and being super creative with your websites, then you could also design your blog posts with just using FlexBlocks. And for this, you can either design any kind of blocks that you want using the elements here, or you could say, okay, I want a cover to start with. Okay, let's get this. Okay, this will be my, title, and I want to start my blog post with, this. And then you could say, okay, now I want to have, text. And you can choose, you go to text and then you choose whether you want to have like a colored background, or if you want to have dates, or if you want to have a big quote, and you can play along and be super creative with that. And also I will wrap this up because there are many, many things that you can explore, and I just want to go back here. Here, and I think it's very important, once you have decided, okay, I'm just making sure the camera is following me. Once you have, decided the format of your blog post, which I would strongly suggest to stick to the same one. It makes people that are following your blogs, it makes them, some kind of like marks that they can, it's your identity. They know what they can expect when they come to read your blog posts. So once you have decided your layout, you come here and say, okay, actually, I want this before this. And, I'm not present enough to get the comments, and you update here. So in your flow theme here in the post, and you enter all of your blocks, you update. So basically, every time you will add a new post, it will keep this layout for you. So you don't have to recreate things or to import blocks again. This will be done for you once and for all. And so Flotheme has made it very easy for you to blog. So I hope that now you will enjoy blogging and get a lot of success from it. And I will speak to you soon for some more tutorial. Bye bye.